Today is December the 9th. Why was the angel there? Let's read about this in the book of Mark. Mark chapter 16. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene and Mary the mother of James and Salome brought spices so they might go and anoint him. Very early on the first day of the week, when the sun had risen, they went to the tomb. They'd been saying to one another, "Who will roll away the stone for us from the entrance to the tomb?" When they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, had already been rolled back. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe sitting on the right side, and they were alarmed. But he said to them, "Don't be alarmed. You're looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who is crucified. He's been raised. He's not here. Look, there's the place where they laid him. But go, tell his disciples and Peter that he's going ahead of you to Galilee. There you'll see him, just as he told you." So they went out and they fled from the tomb, for terror and amazement had seized them. And they said nothing to anyone, for they were afraid. Very, very interesting story here. Now, some of you have Bibles, and if you look at the next paragraph is in brackets, or it possibly might even only occur in the footnotes. This, in the oldest manuscripts, is the end of the book of Mark. That's an unusual ending. Now, there's two possibilities. One is that Mark was originally written as a form of a book, and that last page may have been lost due to constant rereading. Another possibility is that this is indeed the ending of the book of Mark. Mark is essentially saying, so the women left. They said nothing. What are you going to do? The interesting thing is that all of the gospel writers agree that there were angels at the tomb. Angels, in the book of Luke particularly, are very involved in the birth of Jesus. An angel goes to Zechariah and announces to him that his son will be the forerunner of the Messiah. The same angel goes to Mary and announces to her that she will be the mother of the Messiah. Angels appear to the shepherds in Luke 2, and they announce the birth of the Messiah. Throughout the Old Testament too, when we see angels, they are there to announce. Let's look at the first time angels are recorded in Scripture. Genesis 28, 10 to 22, and then 32, verse 1.
Genesis 28, verses 10 through 22, and Genesis 32, verse 1. Jacob left Beersheba and went to Haran. He came to a certain place and stayed there for the night, because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones of the place, he put it under his head and laid down in that place. He had dreamed that there was a stairway set up on the earth, the top of it reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. And the Lord stood beside him and said, "I am the Lord, the God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie I will give to you and to your offspring. And your offspring shall be like the dust of the earth, and you shall spread abroad to the west and to the east, and to the north and to the south. And all the families of the earth shall be blessed in you and in your offspring. You know that I am with you, and I will keep you wherever you go, and will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you." Then Jacob woke from his sleep and said, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it." And he was afraid and said, "How awesome is this place! This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven." So Jacob rose early in the morning, and he took the stone that he had laid under his head, and set it up for a pillar and poured oil on top of it. He called the place Bethel, but the name of the city was Luz at first. Then Jacob made a vow, saying, "If God will be with me, and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and clothes to wear, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then the Lord shall be my God, and this stone which I have set up for a pillar shall be God's house, and of all that you give me I will surely give 1/10 to you." Genesis 32:1. Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him.
So as Jacob flees from his brother Esau, he stops at a place, has a vision of angels ascending and descending. He says this is God's place, and indeed, he calls it Bethel, the house of God, raises a memorial there. He goes on, he marries 2 sisters. When he returns, he's still frightened of Esau, but he stops at Bethel, and there again, he sees angels. The angels are there to announce that he'll be okay. In the gospel story, the angels announce Jesus' presence. Just like Mark 16:8 ends the book of Mark, they were afraid. They said nothing. The angels announced Jesus. What will you do? What do we do about this today? Announce. Spread the news of Jesus' resurrection. Scripture reading from the New Revised Standard Version by Emily Herrera. Let's Find Out Together has a companion podcast called Salty Saints. Zach Kelly and I discuss apologetics, scripture, and theology. Look for Salty Saints on your favorite podcast app.